PhaeriTale, the kingdom of stories. Once upon a time, in a land where imagination flowed like rivers of light, there was a tiny kingdom called PhaeriTale. Unlike any ordinary kingdom, it had no walls, no streets, and no limits, only endless skies and forests where stories grew like trees. The kingdom was ruled by a young storyteller named Raphael, whose voice could turn whispers into adventures and daydreams into journeys. People from all corners of the world would travel invisible paths to reach PhaeriTale, drawn by the magic of tales that lived in the air itself. Every evening, Raphael would climb the tallest story tree, a magnificent tree whose leaves shimmered with golden letters. There, he would open the book of endless whispers, and the stories inside would flutter into the wind. Some became songs that danced across mountains. Others became shadows that taught lessons in hidden corners. And a few became glowing companions that followed the listeners home, whispering secrets and wonders whenever they needed them most. But PhaeriTale wasn't just about magic for the sake of wonder. Every story carried a spark of truth, lessons about courage, love, hope, and the kind of wisdom only found in the heart. Those who listened closely felt themselves growing braver, kinder, and more curious. One day, a storm arrived, dark clouds of doubt and distraction, threatening to silence the voices of PhaeriTale. Raphael climbed the story tree despite the rain, opened the book, and read with all his might. Each word he spoke lit the skies, chased away the shadows, and reminded the kingdom that stories had power, not just to entertain, but to change hearts. From that day on, PhaeriTale became a place where anyone could come to find adventure, wisdom, or simply a moment of wonder. Travelers would leave carrying not just tales, but courage to dream bigger, love deeper, and see the magic in their own lives. And so, PhaeriTale thrived, a kingdom without walls, a channel of endless imagination, a home for every story that had ever lived or could ever be told. And in that kingdom, the storyteller Raphael smiled, knowing that as long as one story was shared, the magic would never end. This is PhaeriTale. Subscribe for interesting stories.